Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we'll see a team that can get it done on the ground. The Packers lead the league in rushing TDs, and they'll go up against the Vikings, who will need to be stout up front.
Larry, from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL, there's a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill out the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
There we go, D. That's the way to hit.
Second down following the run.
Let's go. Way 90. Way 90.
Here's Bridgewater. And that is incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. From the gun, Bridgewater. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Now that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on 3rd down to force the incompletion to set up 4th. So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is complete to Zach Miller. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the play.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Get reset. Hey, easy. No, strong right. Watch out.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. He completes it to Jordan Nelson. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. The old connection, Rodgers to Nelson, getting Green Bay a first down. First down, Rodgers. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
2nd down now after the incompletion. Rodgers going to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch. But underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get, because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Miller with first down and more. And he's got Miller. And, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back at the 23. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This is such a good read defensively. They know that this offense is going to try to get the ball to their playmaker in space. So what do? They crowd him and send bodies at him. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. The young connection hook up there. Bridgewater to Diggs. 56 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hodges. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. A gain of 32 that time. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season opener opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a
different story.
long night.
Now receiver in motion left. Ball spotted at the 4. It's 2nd and goal. Now Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first quarter lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November, but they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Caught by Montgomery. And he'll be knocked down sideways. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And he motions the wide receiver. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 6 there on first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And again, it's Rodgers. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Rodgers going to give this one to Montgomery. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. On second down, here's Rodgers. Completion left side to Miller. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. They go play action here on first down. And he's got it. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Zach Miller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers have drawn even here with the extra point to come. And he knocks it through. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now it's a bootleg with Bridgewater. Gonna let it fly for Rudolph. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Now, after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
To throw is Rodgers. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And this one complete to Martellus Bennett. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Montgomery on the counter. Down right around the 25. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Hey, check 26. Check 319. Quick, guys. 319.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Perry Riley. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words.
Let's go.
2nd down, Bridgewater. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Bridgewater now looking to throw on 1st. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. The play fake, Bridgewater. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ikey's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes.
Looking to hit Matthews, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. 20. Great return as they're finally able to take him down.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. They come out here in the eye. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. It's the fullback. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead. And it's up. It's good. Our score 14-6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Vikings. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Let's go.
Bridgewater on first down. Steps away to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball. Jordan Matthews, the one he was looking for. And it's second down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Second down following the incompletion.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And complete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Bridgewater from the gun on third down. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken in at the 11. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Rodgers now on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is taken in at the 5. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some...
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Eric Kendricks in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now Rodgers to throw on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down. Then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. On third and long, it's Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
But sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Just 2 yards to go here on second down for the offense. Bridgewater to throw it. And almost intercepted. If he could have picked it, maybe some space to go the other way. Instead, it's third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Rodgers now on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
On second down, Montgomery. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Rodgers now throwing on third and long. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. He's picked off at his own 47. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Now a play fake here on first down. Now he'll escape to his left. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. They'll run with Cook, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. So they're going to go for 2. From the gun, Bridgewater. And he slings one that's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense. Right?
That's true. You've said that before. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Rodgers hands to Montgomery, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know, all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Everson Griffin in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Snap comes at 1. Try to lay one up deep. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Play action now. Bridgewater. Caught on the right side by Treadwell. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the play. First down, here's the run with Cook. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. He got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. And he hits his man, Matthews. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here. To throw is Bridgewater. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Let's go.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Here's Bridgewater. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. And applause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They're going to keep it on the ground. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And Rudolph has it left side. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And the slot man goes in motion left. The play clock's running down. The 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Throwing is Bridgewater. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Jordan Matthews, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3. From the gun, it's Rodgers toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Getting late here in the 4th, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. Handoff comes to Cook. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. Again, it's Cook. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. On 2nd down, Cook. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7.
Let's go.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary, something crazy here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Brandon, this will be a great win for them. The better team's going to win this game, no question about it.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it flip. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack, although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL.
And he's going to go down again. Daniil Hunter in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Rodgers in control as he hurries his guys to the line. One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he will be out of bounds here with zeros on the clock as this ball game is over. Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the fourth quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
And since you mentioned neck and neck, I'm going to stay with a little bit of a horse racing theme. It was that close, and then really went into the gallop and finished it strong.
One more horse racing theme.
Go.
I am glad you posted today.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So for the Vikings, the win gets them back over 500 at
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, we finish off Week 4 with a good Monday night matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Atlanta Falcons. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Mahomes now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
They run once more with McKinnon. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Vikings. Jerick McKinnon, his first touchdown on the year. So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. So after the INT, here's Mahomes going for it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The offense set to take the field here as they have the football in the final minute of this first quarter. They go play action here on first down. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out.
Here we go now.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Here we go. 3-19.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Ted McKinley in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Here we go now.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hodges. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
This is taken at the 23. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. And back onto the field now comes Devontae Freeman. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Here we go now.
On first down, Mahomes. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And they'll set up shop right near midfield. This offense has been humming right along. They've been scoring a lot of points here in the first half. We'll see if they can add more to their total. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Grady Jarrett able to swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Larry Ridley will have first half highlights and analysis.
LR, plenty to show in this one.
Going to be a busy man at intermission. And got his man complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
I know they had good coverage downfield, but you have to wonder, on 3rd and long like that, how does that happen, that they can get that far downfield and complete a pass? You got to guard the sticks, understand where you are, so it's almost like someone fell asleep at the switch, and now that the play's been completed, they've got to...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Screenplay, McKinnon. And that time he's smothered as he's wrestled down. Give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screenplay.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the 3rd quarter. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. Here's Mahomes to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up in that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. Here we go. 4th down, Mahomes. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. 20 yards on the pickup there. And it'll give the Vikings a 1st down.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd. After that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big time.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Deion Jones in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Mahomes throwing on 4th. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense. Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Holmes has got it complete, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Looking left side, he's got it complete. And he's able to get the 1st here as he's taken down at the 25. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for him, too.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rush will just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Vikings on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6.
Here we go.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And he comes back with one complete. And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great work working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The offense on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Mahomes going to throw. And that is incomplete. So now 4th down looming. Remember, these guys went for it on their last drive, but it didn't work out.
Yeah, even though it didn't work out, I would not be surprised at all if they went ahead.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work.
Well, the element of surprise was there.
So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. And the Vikings now heading on to the field. Mahomes now on 1st down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. They run it with McKinnon. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
A dump down to McKinnon. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try to run for it with Yeldon. Shoves him aside. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. T.J. Yeldon, his first touchdown on the year. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. And now out comes Minnesota. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for Minnesota. And even 70 yards. So now it's 1st and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. play fake here on first down. Rolling to, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
On the toss, it's McKinnon. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jerick McKinnon with 2 touchdowns. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. Mahomes now to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now McKinnon. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 9. Now Mahomes. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. First things first here, they got to pick up the first down.
And remember, it is 4th down, so they've got to pick up a completion here. Otherwise, this one's over.
The offense staying out there. They're at 50%, 2 for 4 thus far in the game. What can they do here on 4th down? Back to throw, Mahomes. He's going to let this one go deep. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, his 4th touchdown on the year. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win, it's another thing to win.
Oh.